with Jim Rohn and Brian Tracy and a variety of top leaders, and puts the music in on their audios and makes them easier to be heard and listened to. So it's also a little test to see what YouTube does with it.
How is your life's balance right now?
Says
Is it out of balance? Or are you
something's protected. We'll see. So, hey, good morning, everybody. We're going to get started here in just a second. I got something exciting for you today. Wildly exciting. I want to have this conversation with you today. And today is episode 2298. We're 2 episodes away from 2,300 episodes. 2,300 times we've gathered together. Actually, 2,298 times as of today. Think we're getting the hang of it? I think so. I think we'll get better. So today, I want you to write this down. Profit levers. Profit levers. Now, what if, little interaction this morning, if you can. I know some of you might be driving, some of you might be doing other things, but I'd love a little interaction today. What if, when you have an objection, do you feel excited about your objection? When a prospect has an objection, do they feel excited? 1 for yes or 2 for no? 1 for yes or 2 for no? What does your prospect feel when they have to object to something, right? In a court of law, we have this, I object, Your Honor, and it's never, hey, I object. It's never seems to be a wonderful thing. So my conversation with you today is, what if we changed the way objections were? What if we went the opposite of objections? We could still have a confrontation. We could still have a conversation. We could still have an interaction. But what if the reality was there were no objections? Hang on. There's this moment where somebody has a disagreement. So it's not even necessarily a disagreement. What if your objection to changing the way you want to be? See, when you study personal development, you go have a conversation with a mentor, you go read a book, attend a seminar, do a workshop, you are objecting to that content. Here's why. Because, and here's the word I want you to pay attention to, you are protecting something about you. See, what if we changed a comfort zone to a protection zone? I got to get out of my protection zone. What if instead of having an objection, you had a protection? What if the prospect, what if you just say it in your own words, and then write down how it feels different. Say, I have an objection. I have a protection. Does the signal flow differently from you? I'm curious. Last night around, I don't know what time it was, early in the morning, my goal is to continuously figure out, how do we allow ourselves to maintain our signal, maintain our authenticity, maintain that place where we can stay in control, where we can stay focused. So this idea of profit levers, we've got to pull these profit levers. There's about 20 profit levers we need to pull, from first introduction to making a lifelong client. About 20 profit levers we need to pull. Most people pull about 5 to 6 of them. And when you pull a profit lever, you get a positive result, because it's profit for you. It's also profit for them. The objections come when they don't understand the profit levers. The objections come when you are shifting their identity. So you are pulling a profit lever. I'd like to help you create more time freedom, more money freedom. That's a profit lever. They're pulling a protection lever, not an objection. They are protecting who they are, what they are, why they are, how they are, when they are. Not an objection. Who would object? Listen, let's get serious about it. Who would object to more money? If you've ever said, and I've said it thousands of times, this would be so good for them. My profit lever was weaker than their protection lever. My profit conversation was weaker than their protection conversation. It wasn't an objection. How could you object to more money? How could you object to better health? Doesn't it make sense? There's about 20 profit levers. Now, the reason we haven't discussed this in the past is this is advanced stuff. And until you have your goals in place, until you have your dreams in place, until you have your signal in place, until you have your DMP in place, until you have all of these things, it doesn't do any good to know that there's 17 ways to make money in your comp plan unless you're going to go after it and pull the profit levers to access all of those levels of success. See, if somebody knows 13 ways to make money in your company and is only making money on 2 levels, their lever they're pulling is an information lever. That is not a profit level, not a profit lever. It's a information lever. Oh, people will join me if I know all about it. No, not really. So I want you to just wrap your arms around what if you had a conversation with a prospect and said, hey, listen, in my conversation today, in our dialogue today, there are no objections. How could I object to something you don't feel comfortable with? How could you feel comfortable about something you don't feel comfortable with? That's an objection. So would it be fair to say in our conversation today, just between you and me, that there's a chance you maybe want to protect some things in your world? Instead of saying, I don't have money, if you say, I don't have money, or I don't have any money for that, I'm out of money, would it be better to say, would it feel more comfortable to say, listen, I'm going to protect my hard-earned income today? You know what? You don't need my permission to protect your income. What you would like is if there was a way, see, you don't feel safe by allowing some of your income to flow my way so that you could turn it into more income. Because if you could see that, you'd probably do it, wouldn't you? If I don't have time, objection shows up. Aren't you protecting your time? Aren't you keeping yourself safe? Aren't you making sure that you can do what you want to do? Listen, I want to protect my time with my family. I want to protect my time with Mason. I want to protect my time on the ramp. So it's not that I don't have time. It's I choose to protect my time. What you're telling me is that you don't feel safe putting some of your time, giving some of your time to this project so that somehow you could leverage it and turn it into more valuable time. How does that sound? I'm asking you. I'm having a conversation with you. What shifts when you hear this? What conversation Does it feel like it could be easier to have a dialogue with somebody now? If you set the stage, do I have your permission to help? Do I have your permission to make you feel a little uncomfortable? Do I have your permission to take you out of that uncomfortable feeling? Is it okay if I show you that the things that you want to protect, if you don't feel they get better, if you don't feel that I will protect them, right? People do business with what? How many times have we heard this? People do business with what? People they know, they like, they trust. Know, like, and trust. What would you expect of somebody you know, like, and trust? Would you expect them to not protect you? Or would you expect them to protect you? I just asking, silly question. Maybe it's not so silly. So what if your new mantra was I want people to do business with me because they know me, they like me, they trust me, and they feel I will protect what's valuable to them. Would you like to do business with somebody like that? Now, you say that the first time. I want you to just say it where you are right now. I want people who will do business with me, who will get to know me, who will get to like me, because we got to do business. You got to like me. You may not love me, but I hope you get to like me and trust me. But I also want to make it very clear that I will protect what's most valuable to you. If more people said that their goal was to protect what's valuable to you, would you do business with more people? If that was truly a statement, if that wasn't you've done these things in the past and that you weren't protected. Just saying. See, that leads into understanding the profit levers that you're pulling or not pulling. Right? So the first profit lever that you need to pull is curiosity, especially in a cold market. Especially in a cold market. How do you pull a curiosity lever? Well, you pull a curiosity lever based upon stopping the scroll on social media, putting a pause into a dialogue. So you want to know what some of the curiosity things you may already have? One of them could be your accent. I deal with a large international market. And when I go into different markets, when I travel outside the borders of our country, I'm an oddity. I'm a special, unique kind of thing. I'm the guy from over there. And typically, I have the accent. Whether I'm going to Latin America or Serbia or Slovenia or Germany, I have the accent. So I get to leverage that. Everybody knows instantly I'm not a local. So that's I get to use the curiosity lever simply by opening my mouth. I have another curiosity lever. I'm tall, right? You dye your hair pink. That's a curiosity lever. You got goofy glasses. That's a curiosity level. And now I've lost 2 pair of glasses and I don't know where the heck they're going to. I think maybe they're with my socks from the dryer, but I didn't put my glasses in the dryer. You see what I'm saying? So the curiosity lever is one of the first levers that we need to pull. Then the attention lever. If you get them curious when you open your cake hole, or they see your purple hair or your crazy glasses or your loud shirt, that's the guy with the crazy shirts, right? That's the curiosity conversation. There's about 20 of these levers, from marketing to presentation, to marketing, presentation, follow up, and conversion to lifetime customer. Because anybody can get a one-time customer. It's how do you get a lifetime customer? There's about 5 key areas. There's, depending upon the particular niche or the channel, the market channel you're going to market in, there could be a half dozen more, depending upon the market or the marketplace. Depending upon domestically, internationally, a variety of things, right? Whether it's a product, whether it's a service, whether it's digital, a variety of things. But there's about 20 basic that need to be done. And most people hit about 5, maybe 6. That's why you struggle. You don't pull all the profit levers. So, and if you're not pulling a profit lever, every time there's 2 levers that are going to be pulled at that moment. There's either a profit lever or a protection lever. We call them objections. What if you didn't use that? Just say, I don't get objections. I have a conversation with people and find out what they truly want to protect. And sometimes people protect goofy things. Isn't that better than people have stupid objections? But isn't people sometimes protect goofy things that are really important to them when they sit back and go, the heck am I doing? What am I doing? I'm protecting a note from grade school that a girl wrote me that said, would you like to go out? Circle yes or circle no. Right? So I'm curious. I'd love to open it up for some conversation. I'll probably do a workshop on the levers, the profit levers, and understand. Now, here's the thing. You have profit levers. They have profit levers. Your prospect. You have protection levers. They have protection levers. So when you're trying to pull a profit lever, they're going for protection lever. When they're looking, listen, most of us don't look at prospect as them looking for profit. They have to be looking for profit. What Jim Rohn say? Profits are better than wages. Wages might be a protection lever. And profits are a profit lever. And since they don't understand profit, we just assume that they want to make more money. If they've only ever pulled a wage lever, or they tried a business one time and it failed miserably, what do you think happens? What do you think they think of when you start talking profit, baby? So, comments, feedback, takeaways. What'd you learn? What'd you like? What's running around inside of your brain this morning? Good morning. Happy July 30th. Is today the last day of the month? Some of y'all are going to be wildly busy today. The last day of the month for or the 31st. Yes, it is the 31st. Thank you for that, Christina. Good morning, good morning, good morning. No thoughts, no comments? I stunned you all into silence.
Sort of.
Good morning, Weezy.
Good morning. How are you?
Outstandingly profitable.
Oh, yay. I love this profit levers. I had to listen very carefully. Was it profit lovers? Levers? What is he saying? Anyway, it makes sense. The one thing, and I've sort of made some comments, but the whole idea of when you talked about the difference about is it a protection or is it an objection? When I thought about that, there was this calm that took over that just diffused the defensiveness where I have to say that I hear an objection and immediately I go into defense mode, and then I'm reverse engineering, saying, no, that's not where you need to be. Okay, they help them be of service. How can I be of service? And I'm saying it, but that energy, the signal is not there.
Yep.
And
Somebody changed your station. When you hear an objection, you go to 101 holy crap instead of
oh
101 what's
yes,
yeah.
oh yes. So hearing an objection and listening to me say, "Oh, protection, got it." That's it completely changed. It really was different. So I just thank you for that. Thank you.
So
Because
throw out one an average or a common objection that maybe you hear in your world. What's an objection you hear in your world?
oh, it's always money.
Okay.
What's the package cost? I can't afford it. I didn't even answer your question.
So what if I was role playing, I would say, Louise, I don't know that you're objecting over the price of the package or even how really care how much it is. Because if something was wildly important enough to you, price really isn't a matter. So what I'm hearing is you truly want to protect your money. That's a good thing, isn't it, to protect your money?
Yes, it is.
Doesn't that even hit different, even though we're role playing and you feel that different?
Yes, I did. That's why the hesitation. I went, dang, that's
Right. So one of the things my goal is to always do is to honor you. And you can't honor an objection. There's a fight.
yes.
When they talk about in sales, don't sit across the table from them. Come around the side of the table. If you can come around the side of the table and be on their side, if I acknowledge that your objection is truly, if I can convert it in my head to what are they protecting? What are they resisting in my dialogue that they want to hold on to? And if we can rephrase it back to them to honor them, hey, listen, one of the things I love about what I do is that it creates such a new environment for empty nesters to move about their day that because it's so new, we have to protect something we can hold on to. And the first thing most people will protect is how much is it? How they will protect their money. And yet they will spend dollars and hundreds of dollars and sometimes thousands of dollars midlife crisis. They go get the car, they buy the boat because they want to protect their youth. They want to protect a story that's no longer there. So I get it. There's no objections. You can't object to the price of my product. That would mean I don't think it's worth that. I know it's worth that. So whenever you have a question, it's not an objection. I don't want you to feel like you're objecting to something I'm saying. I know how to hear it that you're truly wanting to protect what it is you have, what it is you've created, what it is you want. The reality is that for you to want more, you're going to have to choose more.
Mm.
Is it okay if we have a dialogue that allows you to have, I don't know if I'm going to be the solution, but I'll definitely challenge some of the things you're holding on to that you want to protect, that you and I both know can no longer be protected. You have to go grab onto something new. What if that was part of a dialogue?
That, awesome. Awesome. That dialogue was really wonderful because I was sitting beside, not across from. That's huge. I didn't even, when you said that, I went, oh my gosh, that's a whole defense thing. Just, we're on the same team.
And listen, I want you to know that anytime we're used to calling them objections, that I don't get objections. What I hear is somebody saying, I want to protect this.
Yes.
So is it okay if you have your protections? And if you have something you want to protect, throw it out there. It may sound like an objection because you've said it so. I know it's you wanting to protect something. The reality is if we protect who we are, we can't become who we want to be. And you've got to feel safe. People do business with people they know, they like, they trust. I want you to feel very comfortable that if we work together, you're going to do business with somebody that will protect and honor your dreams
Yes.
and visions.
It's important to say that. That's important. It needs to be verbalized.
We run around assuming so much, and guess what happens when we assume?
Oh, oh man, I'm telling you that is I have scars. They are now stronger than, the sword that created them, but oh my gosh. I am definitely a product of that, and have grown from it. So everything happens for me, including the things I stumble over myself. But that's good. This
And
is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
you're
Thank you.
welcome. Well, one of the things when Mason was going to school, and Mason was very protective of other children in the class.
Oh,
So much so that one time a kid pushed a girl. Mason took him to the ground, and this is in second grade.
yeah.
Second grade. And we got called in to the principal's office. Now, we didn't object. I want you to think about this. We didn't object to being called in. We went to protect Mason. There is no objection. I didn't show up. I object to the way that you called us in here. No. I went to defend, to protect my son. Michelle came to protect me and Mason. So there are no objections when things are truly important to us. We are either going to protect or defend. There is no objection. Somebody calls me something, blah, blah, blah. You're an idiot. You think your training programs are blah, blah, blah. I don't object to that. I just protect who I am. So this idea of, well, it's still an objection. That's the easy way. That's the way we found. Listen, I don't know. I haven't studied, and I probably will now, why it became called objections versus protection. There's a multi-billion-dollar industry simply around teaching you how to deal with objections, how to deal with fighting.
Yeah.
Versus, what if we put our arm around them and said, listen, I understand you want to protect that. You want to protect your family. You want to protect your identity. There's nothing wrong with that. What you're saying is you don't trust me to help you get more of what you want. Could you imagine if you called that out? Listen, I get it. You don't trust me. Oh, well, trust is a big thing. No, people do business with people they know, they like, don't love. There's a lot of people who like me. They don't love me. They can trust me. They trust me in a very small area. There's people who will trust me with their business, maybe not with their family. They'll trust me with their money, but not with their dogs. I don't know. Right? How do you know you trust somebody? If you could leave them with your wife and your kids and your wallet.
Yeah. I just had a download, to use your expression, a download of a question of when did having, hearing someone express themselves and us deciding it's an objection versus protection. And I'm wondering if because if the objection makes me defensive because I don't want to show my vulnerability.
Sure.
Okay, then.
Well, so objection originally came from legal, right?
Right.
Oh, I object, Your Honor. I want to protect my client's integrity. I object to that line of questioning. It's wrong. So it just transferred over into you're objecting what I'm saying. So somebody's got to be right, somebody's got to be wrong. What if nobody was ever wrong? I get it. You want to protect your money. This is where the same conversation, this is why I've developed these things. I've never really discussed it this way. But when I say, how's that working for you? How is your current protection program going for your income? Not so good. So would it be fair to say we've got to enlist some new protection?
Yeah.
Right, if I hired you to keep me safe, and every time I walk outside, the sheep headbutt me, Zorro runs over and headbutts me, and the only thing I'm paying you for is keep Zorro from headbutting me, you're going to get fired. Right?
Yeah.
So would it be fair to say your current business model, whether it's wages or your part-time business or your side gig or your investments, your 401k, your mutual funds, your stock market, you've enrolled those things to protect your income? How's your protection going? Isn't that less threatening? So
Oh, it
rather than,
totally
hey,
is.
do you make enough money? uh, so love it, love it, love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your feedback.
Thank you.
Anything
Thank
else
you.
running around in that brilliant brain of yours?
Well, I actually, this, I love this series that you've been on since the introduction of Signal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been building and building and building. And it's like, okay, this is the next level versus lever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh my gosh, what is he saying? I got to listen. And and there there are levels, but levers, there are levers. And you don't just, one has to be thoughtful and honoring, like you said, honoring in pulling those levers. And what's better than the curiosity? Yes, the novelty. I mean, purple hair, well, my hair's white again, but even the white hair, it's novelty. But that's not where the other novelty is, sitting on the same side. I found that it's like, oh my goodness, that sets a completely different stage. And it's wonderful.
So the
That's
next
what I
time
learned,
somebody,
and that's what I like. I'm sitting beside today. I inadvertently last week sat beside someone because across the way someone hadn't yet moved. So
right?
I sat beside them, and that went so well. And I have been thinking that was really great. I must have done this. I was giving myself all this credit. It was just because I was sitting beside him. That's what made him so relaxed.
Now, I'm going to take a wild guess. I'll probably be wrong, but were you on the left side of them?
I was. Tell
Ladies and
me, what
gentlemen,
does that mean?
ladies and gentlemen, when you sit on the left side of a man, you are speaking to their non-dominant side and they become kittens.
Seriously.
If you sit on the couch and your husband and you're talking into their right ear, sit on the other side. Michelle and I, the way we sit down on the couch, I'll mess it up, I'll mix it up, but I usually sit on, she's speaking into my right ear. You don't get much from sitting there.
Interesting.
So, and
Wow.
yeah. So, and you know who taught me that? Andre Paradis.
I don't know who that is.
That's the gentleman with the big curly hair that I've done a couple interviews where he talks
Oh,
about. Yep.
oh,
Where he talks about boys and men and guys. Yeah. You could have a 50-year-old who's acts as a boy, and you're going to have an 18-year-old who acts as a man. or a guy, right? There's all of these things that he does so very cool. But anyway, Andre was teaching that about if you just, because ladies, to use your feminine energy and to use a walk, to use a way that you have absolute authority over us instantly, is through walk, through touch, through look, through tone. And if you speak to our left side, it's done for. It's I mean, handcuffs and all. We're going to jail. We're done.
I'll use it for good, I promise.
Yeah. But that's why I guessed if you said, man, he was like, it was an easy conversation.
It was.
There's a good, now, if you were sitting on the right side and that happened, I would say, I can promise you the next time you have a conversation, mentally sit on the left side and you'll be amazed at how much easier it goes, even on top of how fun it was the last time.
Mm.
But if you look at these interactions between those men in your life, ladies, look at where most of the challenges happen, most of the increased energy flows, shall we say, that are not of the highest of nature, meaning like arguments. If you look at the position you are, there's a good chance you might be talking to the right side of them more than the left side. Just a little science weaved in this morning.
That was a huge, I was going to say bombshell, but it's more of a big bonus.
Yeah.
After all these years of marriage, I'm going to switch my positioning.
Well, and these are things that nobody, I mean, I don't say they don't intentionally tell you this, but they want you to work on words. They want you, have you guys talked it out? It's 7%.
Yeah. Yeah.
When people go to marriage counseling, it's 7%. Well, have you guys talked it out? Have you, what do you say? It's 7%. The hell are you spending time on words for? Your empty nest is 7% words.
This is a huge bit of nugget that, oh my goodness.
You've heard it, but now because we're talking about the protection of your presentation versus the objection of, well, I don't know what to say. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's the energy they get when they say it. And because they have no authority over the kid leaving or the empty nesting, they have no authority over it. They're trying to protect, they're objecting to empty nesting and protecting it at all cost. And it's usually comes down to the two of them arguing.
Yeah.
So what if the conversation was with 30 and 40-year-olds in protecting the marriage versus defending the empty nest?
Yes.
And you preset them, you pre-programmed them, just like kindergarten, from kindergarten on, programs us into the workforce.
Well, that was eye-opening when you and I were having that interview, and that was awesome. I've been using that about, okay, let's talk about preparing and prevention because it starts now.
Yep.
This isn't new, which is
we have a 2-year-old. They'll never leave. I think that's what Michelle prayed over Mason.
Yes. Well, Sean, you have been wonderful. Thank you, as usual. Thank you. This is this just landed this morning. I really, really, really love it.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
I love you. Thank you.
Love you too. Thank you. Always good to hear you. Who else? Thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways? Anyone before we wrap up this morning? All righty. So probably Saturday. Today's Thursday, I think. Yeah, probably Saturday. I'll do a little glacier hopping, mountain peak hopping on the profit levers and understanding them. And then I'll probably go into more detail and do a 2-day challenge, right? The 90 minutes, the 3 hours, 90 minutes and 90 minutes of Thursday and a Friday. And we'll dive into profit levers and understanding that. How do we deal with profit levers and protection levers that they're pulling? Are your profit levers bigger than their protection levers? So working on that. All right. I hope you have an amazing profit-filled day, and profits are better than wages. You definitely have the ability to have more. I just decide today's the day I'm going to pull profit levers for me and for my family. I'm your head brain training, brain scrambling, pulling profit levers fit. I'll see y'all where?
At the next event.
At the next event. I love it, love it, love it. Somebody give me some Costa Rica.
Pura vida.
Pura vida. We love you, Mark. And some Lydias.
Peace be with
Peace
us.
be with us.
Peace be with us all. The queen of helping you find all of the profit levers available to you, Jessie Lee Ward.
Boss
Boss
Lee.
Lee.
Boss Lee, we love you, girl. And a little white fluffy.
Gurgly.
Gurgly, gurgly.
All right, everybody, go have some profit lever fun today. We'll see you all tomorrow morning. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Sean.
Bye
Thank
for
you,
now.
Sean. Love you all. Have a great day.